Hey everyone, another episode coming to you from McFate's Corner. Episode 3 of the Katy Trail. Rain is in the forecast. Yesterday was hot, sunny, but I loved it. I knew this was coming. I got rain gear. I'll be fine. And even at that, it's not supposed to be heavy rain or thunderstorms, but you never know. And this is Missouri. But much cooler, about 15 to 20 degrees cooler today than yesterday, which is good because I got quite a bit of sun yesterday, so cloud cover all day to say the least. So on my way up to New Franklin, to the Katy Roundhouse, 45 and 50 miles today. If I see something neat along the way, I'll record or make a stop. Until then, wherever you are, whoever you are, whenever this is taking place, you have a good day, good night, and a good time, all right? Peace out. Sedalia, Missouri was indeed a major destination for early cattle drives in the Old West, particularly during the period after the Civil War. It served as a railhead, the end of the line for the Missouri Pacific Railroad, where Texas longhorns were shipped east. The cattle drives to Sedalia were often referred to as the Sedalia Trail, or sometimes the Shawnee Trail or Texas Trail. The end of the Civil War saw a surge in cattle drives as vast herds of longhorns, previously worthless in Texas, became valuable for feeding the growing eastern population. Sedalia was one of the first major cattle towns, attracting large numbers of drovers and cattle. Had to stop at a major place of note besides wanting to continue on because of the rain, but it's important to bring you this information. I've been riding the trail through Sedalia. It's slow going. It's going through the town and everything. And I'm at the train station here, and I'll show you that in a minute. The trail veers off here, and it takes you through some town more. I'll sure be glad when I get out of this town. But check it out. Here's some info here. I'm going past Boonville to Franklin, so I probably got about 40 miles to go yet. Oh my. That's all right. Not a problem. But then you head this way through town. So here's the old style train station. For an older station, it's very well kept. Looks like they have a little shop inside, a little gift shop, and tickets, restroom. Here's a train stop with all the info. And of course, these older era cabooses or rail cars, whatever you want to call them. Sedalia. The reason they call this the Katy Trail, I haven't covered this yet. The MKT, Missouri, Kansas, Texas. So they kind of took the M out of the equation and got the KT from Kansas, Texas. That was the line that was decommissioned sometime, I think in the 80s, and made into this nice rail trail. Longest continuous rail trail in the United States. Take a closer look at the design of the train station. I'm not sure how old it is, but it looks like turn of the century for sure. Maybe older. maybe 1800s, I don't know. Here's the gift shop and souvenirs. Well, we have to get on our way. I got a lot of riding to do today, and I'm not going to take the time to check my phone to see the status of the rain and all that stuff. When it comes on, I'll pull over and I'll get out my rain gear. Maybe it won't come on and I'll look out. I've had it happen both ways. All right, we'll check in with you later. Take care. Looks like they're doing some work on the trail ahead. That's good to see, but he's gonna have to let us by. Gonna have to follow this vehicle across the bridge. Thank you. Shaver Creek. How you doing today, sir?
I'm good. How are you?
Man, you look to be in good shape. You must do a lot of biking.
Well, I'm not in as good a shape as I was last year at this time, I'll tell you that.
How far are you going today?
Oh, I live in Sedalia, so I'll probably just go to Clifton City and sit down and drink my coffee and then
ride
around
back?
and head back.
Is that pretty much a daily, weekly ride for you?
That's several times a week. Sometimes I go west the other way. Sometimes I go to the gym and do stuff there. But yeah, it's most every day something. I'm trying to do more biking right now because I'm getting ready to go on a long trip. Which looks like you're doing a long trip too.
Yeah. Well, I started at Clinton, but I can only make it up to Herman this time because I got to be back. I'll take the train in Herman back to Kansas City. Then I go to Galesburg, Illinois.
Illinois, okay.
Yeah.
In my opinion, from about right here to probably the Herman area is the best part.
Right.
I've done the whole thing both ways. And
well, that's kind of what I gathered.
I mean, other people might have a different opinion, but that's what I think.
So that was another part of my decision. Plus, I didn't want to take the long train back from St. Louis to Kansas City because Amtrak doesn't connect to Galesburg, Illinois from St. Louis. It's crazy.
You got to go back to Kansas City and then go home.
Yeah. One of the best parts about these travels is meeting people. This is Alan.
Nice to meet you.
And say hello. We had a nice talk here. I wish we would have had it recording. Actually, I have some of it recording, but it was on my handlebars. Alan is into the same thing that I am. We're about the same age. He's a little further along, been on some longer trips, so I got some good tips talking to him, and it was a nice conversation. It's good to take a break once in a while and talk to someone that's similar on these trips, Alan.
It's very humid here right now.
Yeah. Yesterday was all sun when I was riding.
It was,
but 90 degrees, but it didn't bother me.
It was very sticky yesterday.
Yeah. Alan, thanks for the
hey, no problem.
Conversation, and I hope you check out my channel, McFate's Corner. You can see yourself in this episode of the Katy Trail.
All right, great.
Thanks, Alan.
Yep.
Well, here's the first sign of things to come. Seeing some rock face here for the changing terrain that I'm riding into. These nice cliffs and stuff. Yeah. I'm ready for a scenic change. I didn't realize that this started this early. It's nice. Very nice. Clifton City. Come up here. Looks like my friend Alan is here. Howdy. I decided I better stop and have something to eat. Well, I have a traveling companion, and he's not letting up. I took a break at Clifton and had some crackers talked to Alan, the guy I met, and he's got a leash on with some kind of tracker or something. I don't know how far he's gonna follow me. It's already been a mile. It's a nice dog. I just wish he would turn around and find his home and owner. Shoot, this guy might follow me all the way to the Katy Roundhouse where I'm camping. Oh, gee. Yep. Never know what you'll run into on the Katy Trail. Why don't you go home? Nice dog. See ya. Guess he thinks he's my dog now. Wow. The Mean River. I'm on the bridge. I still got the dog behind me. Oh man. When is this dog gonna give up? Dog won't go home. You need to go home, buddy. You need to turn around and go home. Getting kind of worried about him. If he follows me to Pilot Grove, I'm going to get him some water, but man, I think he thinks that I'm his new owner or something. The things you run into on the trail. Right? Yeah, it's making himself home right by my bike. He's getting tired. Poor guy. Well, I stopped to take out my earbuds and plug them in, and I thought he was long gone, but look who's back. Hey. Hey. What are you doing? What are you doing? I thought he stopped following me 2-3 miles ago. He's getting tired. I think I'm going to have to give in and give him some water. It's 4 more miles to Pilot Grove. The poor thing, I don't want to make him go 4 more miles without water. But I thought if I didn't give him water when he turned around, he was coming to his senses, getting tired, and was going to head back home. Hey, I'm not your owner. I could be like a temporary casual friend, a good memory, but I'm not your owner, but I guess I'll give you some water. That means I got to take my canister off the back and water him, but I got to do what I got to do. I would feel bad if I didn't. See what you've done? I created a monster. Hey, come on. Drink. 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 Hey. Well, I did what I could. Some water's better than none. He wouldn't drink right out of the bottle. Now listen, what you're doing is counterproductive. I can't save you. What's a guy to do? What's a dog to do? He's an animal. You think he has instincts to turn around and go home. Oh boy. Pilot Grove coming up. Gonna refill my water when I get to the trailhead. Looks like a nice little town. Houses are in good shape, that I'm seeing. Newer homes not run down like the ones I've seen in Sedalia, cutting through town. Alright, I see the trailhead coming up. No sign of the dog. He finally gave up. Maybe it was a good idea I watered him. He figured he had enough strength to turn around and go back home. Hope so. I was hoping he didn't follow me all the way to the campsite, because I might have just got attached to him and found a way to take him home. I think it was a female though. If I did take the dog home, I would have called her Katy. Got some bikers up here. Howdy. Good. Well, it looks like I lost my traveling companion. The dog, I watered him, and hopefully he found some energy and turned around and went back home. It was kind of fun, but I'm glad he turned around. I was worried about him following me too long and his well-being and all that. I'm in Pilot's Grove, and looks like a nice little town, and check it out. Got a tire pump with a gauge. I'm going to go ahead and check that. I have a tubeless setup, and it seems to lose a little bit of air, so after a few days, so I might have to put like 10 pounds in and fill up my water. I wasted a whole canister on the dog, and he only drank a few gulps, but that's the way it goes. I have plenty. So I got about an hour and 15 minutes to my campground in New Franklin, the Katy Roundhouse, and before I hit the Boonville area. So I'm going to take my new friend Alan's advice that I met along the way, and I didn't have much of a breakfast because I wanted to get started because of the rain, which it only rained briefly. It wasn't even enough to mount to anything. It felt kind of good, actually. With the canopy, not much got on. So I'm going to take a little break here, get something to eat, and rest, have some water, and I'm not going to video that, and then I'll see you on the trail. All right, off to Boonville. I was reading the little information on there, it's little nuggets, you know, and I kind of knew this one, but this next stretch to Boonville is a gradual incline, and many people consider it the toughest part of the trail. Well, real trails are mostly flat, so we're probably talking like a 2-3% grade, but all in all, I'm going to take it kind of easy on this leg, and it's about 12-13 miles to Boonville, maybe another 5 miles to New Franklin, where I'm staying at the Katy Roundhouse. Not a bad ride today. My next 2 days will be even longer, about 50. Probably close to 50 today before it's over with. I've got 30 miles on my bike computer right now, so, and it said 45 today, which is off, so the bike computer it always reads a little bit more, and I trust that more than Google Maps. So the landscape's going to start changing as I approach the Missouri River. That's some of the rewards from the Katy Trail. Riding along the river with those bluffs and everything. So some things to look forward on this, and if I see something worth recording, I'll show you. Talk to you soon. Stop to point out some a little thing here that this neighbor along the trail does for the riders. Kind of lifted my spirits a little bit. Not that I'm down, but this is a overcast day, glooming threat of rain. It feels like it's coming on again. Hopefully I can beat it before I get to the campground, but check this out. Very nicely groomed farm. And got the bikes up on poles. Kind of a nice thing to do for the riders. I bet when they have a big event come through, they get out here and have some kind of deal, I bet. Then over here, let's see what we got here. These are some nice fields over here. Pretty meadow. This is where the landscape starts to change and becomes more rolling hills. Agricultural still. We're a few miles away from the river yet. Bicycle crossing. Wonder how old that bike is. Probably 1940s at least. That probably leads down to the farm. I'm about out of battery, so it's time to change that so I can catch some landscape coming up. Stick with me. There's the trailhead. Nice visitor center here. River Rails and Trails Museum. Station, they say, looks much like it did at the turn of the century. Nice. There's the old MKT caboose. Let's go on. There's some stores around here if you need to stop and resupply. Not too far, maybe 7 or 8 miles to New Franklin to the Katy Roundhouse. See you then. All right, we're crossing the Missouri River. Google Maps isn't clear when you get into these towns where the trail ends and starts. I had to stop for a brief rain shower anyway at a store and had a monster. And the helpful people there pointed me in the right direction here. This bridge has a dedicated bike lane, so it's pretty nice. Hold on, I gotta get you a shot of this. There's the Missouri River. And I actually went and looked at that old train bridge in the distance. You can't cross it. I just went, I didn't take no footage of it because I was a little confused where to go there too, so. All right. Okay. Looks like 2 miles and we're at the campsite. That's good news. A little confusing there, that route, once you get in Boonville. Could be much clearer. Here we are. Finally made it to the Katy Roundhouse. Hello. Yeah, I'm looking to camp here for tent camping.
Oh yeah, the Katy Trail, is that the Katy
Yeah.
Trail? Where you ride it? Oh, okay, we just got here, so I was curious.
Yeah. I just came across the bridge and off the. This is my first time here too. I'm from Illinois, so.
Oh, where at?
I'm in the area known as the Quad Cities. It's on the Iowa-Illinois border in northwest Illinois.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right, yeah, my first time here too. We just got here this afternoon. So I didn't know if the Katy Trail went that way or if it was there.
So what, you have a camper?
We got an RV.
Are you on this side or that side?
We're down there on like 13, I think. And then the tent camping's right in front of it.
Okay, this isn't some kind of office or anything?
Nobody's there. It is an office, but there's nobody there. So I think you just...
So you just pick a campsite and
then
they come around?
Yeah.
Thank you for...
I did it online, and then they said, just pick it whatever you want when you get here. And I even went up there when we got there, and there was nobody there.
All right, well, thank you for the help.
Yeah, take care.
Let's see. RV camping. No one at the office. All right, well, look for some tent camping. There looks like some restrooms and shower house. Right there, set up right here. Okay. This looks much more my style. Yeah, there's a lot of spots.
Yeah.
Hey everyone, I finally got here to Katy Roundhouse. This place was a little sketchy getting into. I got a decent campsite. I really need some food and I really need a shower. The guy, there's no one in the office. He wasn't answering text or phone calls. I have a neighbor a couple campsites down, Kenny, and he helped me out with the code for the shower house. So I don't like the way things have run so far, but you know, I was kind of spoiled last night by Lazy Liz's, and on the way in I seen some sketch people that looked like they may have been, you know, it reminded me of back home, the meth heads, to be honest. And I passed them on the trail getting here, and then I heard a bunch of noise. Next thing you know, they walked into this campground and right by my campsite, and they were acting weird. So hopefully things will be okay. I guess there's a lot of wildlife here at night, a lot of coyotes, I hear owls, but that's all right. That don't bother me. It's the sketchy people that do. But I'll catch up with you, and I'll feel much better after dinner and shower. So we'll talk to you later. I got a decent campsite. Check it out. This is my tent here. I got all my stuff out. I'm so hungry. I got my stove going and I'm gonna have dinner. I don't think I'm gonna film it though. And we're gonna have beef stroganoff tonight. Hey everyone, I made it to the Katy Roundhouse, across the Missouri River. I'm just a little shy of halfway through the trip now. Have some weather coming in tonight. I got my tent in the background there. It's already been tested at home. It's waterproof, gonna be fine. Got my rain gear for me for, it was about a 47-mile ride today. I got the two big ones coming up. 50 miles tomorrow to Jefferson City, then 50 miles to Herman. But the good thing is this is my last night of camping. Now that, not that I haven't enjoyed it, but last night's was, you know, on a par of excellent. But it's got a shower house and it's only $10. So what the heck? Shade of sketchiness, but not bad. Not bad at all, really. So hotel room tomorrow night in Jefferson City. Yeah, that's the state capital. I'm gonna go into town for a little bit, get a proper dinner. No more camping food. Just tomorrow on my ride, but the next two nights I'm gonna eat out in Herman. My last night, I'm staying in a cycling motel and then taking the Amtrak back to Kansas City and coming back. So everything's okay here and I'm fine. Catch you out later. Hey everyone, video from the tent. Sorry about the lack of content since I got here to the Katy Roundhouse. Just kind of uneventful. The day was okay for the most part. The ride, there was some rain, but I managed to skirt most of it. I had some interesting things happen. The most uninteresting was getting here to the campground. You know, all the reviews are good to stellar, and compared to that Lazy Liz last night, this is average at best. Nobody was around here running things. I had to figure out the self-check, drop an envelope. I called and texted the owner because I didn't know the code to get into the shower house. No response. A fellow camper who was pretty cool told me the code, and kind of a letdown. But hey, I'm just telling you the truth. Every day on the trail is not going to be great. My time spent cycling was pretty great, as you will see in my video when I put it out. I had some cool things happen on the trail. But tomorrow is another day. I have to get the right mindset because tomorrow is going to be bad weather. So, and I have to ride. I have to ride 50 miles in the rain. I have rain gear. I don't have a choice. I have a hotel booked in Jefferson City, and I got to get there if it takes me all day, and I will. So, but this is the last night camping on the trip, and bittersweet. I mean, I enjoy camping, but I enjoy motels too, and going to the city, having some real food instead of this camping food, and seeing some sights at the Capitol and in Herman. And then I will take the Amtrak back to Kansas City on Sunday. Spend the night in Kansas City, then go back to Illinois, Galesburg, on Monday. So I'll give you, I haven't discussed that I'm not doing the whole trail. Logistics just didn't work out to do the whole trail. One day I'll come back and I'll do at least the portion that I didn't cover. I'm doing 3/4 of the trail and cycling about 50 miles a day on average, so that's quite a bit. So we'll catch with you in the morning and see how this weather pans out. Hopefully I can work my way around it. I had to put the rain fly up on the tent, which makes it kind of stuffy in here because it is humid out, but I've heard of all the coyotes howling around here and owls. Haven't heard a thing, but maybe the animals know something that we don't. We'll catch you in the morning. Well, what a night last night. It rained all night. Steady, consistent. Probably between a ½ inch and an inch, and I didn't get any sleep. I tried to sleep, I couldn't. I guess maybe I was worried. I don't know, because the forecast today is not good. I have 50 miles, and I did get this window where I could pack up where it quit raining, but it's starting to sprinkle now. But I did a pretty good pack up job. I got my rain gear convenient and handy. I had a decent breakfast, and I'm ready to go. I am. Just thinking about what can happen is worse than actually going out and doing it. So I'm going to stay positive. I've done this before with no sleep. I have a hotel room tonight in Jefferson City, and 50-mile ride. So it's a little after 9, and I did a quick pack up. I guess I was motivated. I started packing up at 7:30, and usually it takes me 2 hours, sometimes 3, to get everything done with breakfast and all that. But so this is going to be the end of this episode, and hopefully today is going to bring some good fortune. So we'll see you later, and you take care of yourself and take care of one another.